Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the 2018 BCAPL Wisconsin State Championships. Ready for a great match here between Mike and Bill.
This is Mike Messert breaking the balls. He has a Fargo rating of 570. His opponent, Bill Jensen, who's walking up to the table after that dry break, comes in with a 448. So we have a 6-3 race. Ten ball. This will be our first 10 ball stream of the event. After this, we are hopeful to bring you the 9 ball finals. We're ready for the 9 ball finals.
So that's a push out. And he's turned it back to him.
Not surprising because he's kicking at this one. But this is a little easier kick to them. Woody. Look at this.
He's made that. No, it drifted on a little bit.
It looked like it was going when he hit it, but. All right, so.
Wait, sure, that thing looked online to begin with.
It did. It just kept going wider. Okay, so Mike is going to bump the 10.
The 3-ball shape's a little tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's going to have to go into those.
Well, I think he can actually slide over to the long rail and play the 3 in the side.
Oh, okay.
If he can't, he'll go into him. Oh, he decides to just go into it and did not come out probably the way he would have liked to have.
Kenny says to be ready for table 9. That's right over there by him.
And so
apparently he doesn't have an opponent, and he hasn't called anybody over yet.
The key differences between 9-ball and 10-ball, in case you're not familiar with that, is that 9-ball slop, 10-ball is call shot.
Yep.
And if you illegally pocket a ball, as in, for instance, like you shoot it in a pocket that you don't intend to, your opponent can actually make you shoot again if they don't like the position that the ball's ended up in. The 10-ball is not slop, so you would have to call the 10-ball. And you can, oh, wow, what a shot there.
Did he call it?
I don't know.
He must have.
The opponent didn't flinch, so.
Yeah, he must have called it.
You're
going to hear us say that a lot because we can't really hear what they, we got headphones on. So
if they make a motion, that's one thing, but yeah, if they say so. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that caught just a little bit of that side.
Apparently the opponent showed up, so you're good. All right. Oh.
All right, so this is an example of the ball was illegally pocketed, so it's not a foul. But what that means is that technically his opponent could turn the ball back.
Bill has what's called the player option. He can shoot from position or make Mike shoot again.
Right.
Yep.
But in this particular case, I really don't think he's.
I don't think you're passing this one back.
Yeah, that's pretty nice outcome for him.
Yeah, I would say this is probably my favorite game. I like rotation, but I don't like all the crazy luck in 9-ball.
And it's a little more open than is 8-ball.
Wow, now he had good speed on that to where it didn't go in. Had that gone in, it would have spotted.
That's right.
On the spot. And
Yep.
wouldn't have been quite as easy of a tap in. All right, so Bill opens up our scoring.
Ends up with a quick 1-0. That was a pretty savvy run out.
Well, there was nothing really I mean, he started with perfect position and just kind of stayed in line.
Well, he moved a couple of balls around that were probably most of the time a lot of players might not have done that, but it happened to work out for him.
One thing I've learned over the years is if a ball goes, don't run into it. And off goes Gennaro. Apologize for the shaky camera, but our staging.
If you don't have an opponent, please stick to center aisle. Do the same thing. Raise that cue up high so you can spot you, and he will assist you.
All right, so does the 1 pass the 4? I don't believe. Well, he's looking at it. He's shooting it like it does, so it must. And it did. But the cue ball went the opposite way from, this is the 2 ball up here on this top rail. And he's got the cue ball down on the bottom rail, which isn't going to work out too good for him, I don't think. Seven's kind of right in the way from where he needs to go. Yeah, he spun that about as much as he could. He really needed to hit just short of the side pocket and spin it, but that 7 was right in the way. All right, so Bill comes back to the table. He's got ball in hand on the 2 and really a pretty wide open table here. This may be about as tough a shot as going from the 2 to the 3. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate it. My apologies to the chat room. We haven't really been able to interact with you guys too much. We're down a computer at this event. Kenny and I came from another big event out in Oregon, and we could only carry so much stuff. So Mike is able to tie this match up at 1. I can keep up with a little bit on my phone, but that's only until the battery starts to run down. Dante, how you doing? Well, we love y'all too, Stacy. Be coming down to Texas to see everybody in, gosh, a couple of weeks. That'll be our next streaming event. Will be the Texas State Championships from Temple, Texas. Wasn't quite able to shorten that bank up enough on the one. Hopefully you can hear us good and the picture's good. And that earthquake would indicate that my chatting partner Gennaro is back. And now he's dropping everything. Right, now,
Hello.
Now I'll turn you back up. It's like, holy smokes.
So it looks like not a lot has progressed here since I left.
Oh my goodness, we've had Drama City over here. We needed a ref. Yep, he's back off. We got a pretty full room right now with 10 ball just started at 6 o'clock. So this is our second round. This match we're watching here is on the one loss side. So the loser of this match is going to go 2-out in this event, which it's always kind of a bummer. Nobody wants to go 1-2 barbecue. Used to play in a tournament a long time ago that the bar owner, if you went out in 2, felt bad for you, so he'd give everybody that was out in 2 a lottery ticket. And one night a guy had a lottery ticket for $100. I think first place in the tournament that week was $50. So he didn't feel too bad about going out 2 that night. All right, we've got a pretty decent shot at the 5. The 7 and the 8 lay kind of ugly. So we'll see what he's going to do off this 6 ball. May just play shape for the safety off the 7. Well, he's going to move the 9 in with that mess. I believe he can still see the edge of the 7. He's going to have to be careful here not to scratch. All right, that was a nice shot. Is he gonna get a shot? Yeah, okay, he's looking pretty good on this 8 ball now. I believe he can play this up here in the upper left-hand corner. Actually, he's looking at the combination though. Oh, a little softer. That might have gone. But got a pretty good leave out of it. Mike's going to have to bank this 8. I did not see him call anything. He must be playing safe, which he is. Pretty good little safety because this is kind of it's an off-angle bank. It's tough to shoot this cross side. Okay, he kicked it, and he's left a pretty nice shot in the side. It's a pretty good opportunity for Mike to get out here. And all he needs to do is pocket this 10 ball. And he does. So Mike takes a 2-1 lead.
Busy calls out there, Brett.
I was going to say, I saw the sticks going up. I thought people were just waving hello.
Well, with the 10 ball, it's, you know, some places played a little bit more than others and some a little less than others.
Yeah.
And I take it this is not a big 10 ball town.
No.
Someone made the 10 ball in the break and was asking, well, is it my option or what ends up happening? And well, the answer is it a win? The answer is no, it is not a win. And the 10 ball gets spotted.
Yeah, and unlike 8 ball, you don't have the option to re-rack it and break again. You can just spot it and continue to.
Correct.
I kind of wish they'd do that.
You should be a referee.
You know, I mean, I'll think about it. I don't know. I'm not a people person, you know.
Well, in 9 ball and 10 ball, there are shots where you go up to watch for split hits and double hits and things like that, but that's a little less so than it might be in some other games. Well, he was going for that 10 ball. Holy cow.
Well, because the 2 was all tied up, it was pretty ugly. And look at this leave.
Did he get away with that or what?
Oh, man.
Wow. He's just going to let that one go.
One of the greatest shots I've ever seen, and it's all over YouTube, is in a 10-ball game. And Alex Pagulayan is playing Shane Van Boning. And hang on, everybody. Thought she had a question for him. But Shane jumps an impeding ball, kicks 2 rails, hits like the 4 ball or whatever, combos the 10 in. Oh, there you go. combos the 10 in, and the crowd goes wild because he had to call that shot. So, made it just even more fantastic, the fact that he did have to call that. Well, this 2 is on that funny spot on the rail where nobody laughs, but yep, kind of saw that coming. Kind of saw that one coming. That 5 was laying right there to guide that cue ball in. Alright, so Mike comes to the table with, things are pretty wide open. He's going on the 3. Okay, I think he's okay. He went a little far. He wanted to play it down in the corner, but now he's going to run into that 7, but it worked out okay. He's got the 4 and a 6 up here. Get down on the 7. I don't see too much problems with this rack. It's just he's got to pocket the balls and stay in line. Well, he'll just roll this 8 in the side, roll up for the 10 in the lower right-hand corner. And he is looking to take a 3-1 lead. And he does. Well, Mike now needs 3 games to win this match. Bill still needs 2.
Well, hello again.
Oh, were you here?
Wow.
Oh, were you gone? We didn't know that.
All right, so 3-1.
Yeah, Mike's just taking advantage of his opportunities.
Everything's pretty open here. 3 balls a little funny. I think it does go by the 5.
He's looking at see if the 10 the 310
Boy,
combinations on.
that doesn't look easy to me. But
no, not with that 9 sitting there.
maybe he's kind of thinking he's going to shorten the race even more if he can make that 10 ball early.
Well, he was. He wasn't thinking about the 2 there.
No, he sure was
thinking
not.
about
he was
the
thinking
3.
about what am I going to do with the. He got perfect shape on the 3 ball if he was going to play it past the 5.
You got to make the 2 first.
Yeah, he kind of got on the 50-yard line of this thing.
Oh, caught that point going in. Well,
5 ball is sitting on the corner. A little bit on the edge.
Can't tell if it's like actually on the rail or if it's just off a little bit.
Yeah, I can't tell how like easily it goes. Does it have to be cut, or is it pretty much just a cinch shot? But it looks
overcut the 3.
very much like it's going to be. So this is Mike that's shooting?
Yep, this is Mike.
Oh, I see Mike with the green shirt. Oh, the shirt matches the color. Gotcha.
That's right.
Nice, easy way to remember that. So.
And Bill's wearing kind of some faded blue jeans, so I got the faded blue there. Kind of
pardon, I did
color,
not recognize your system.
Hey, I'm
that's you're an experienced color matching pro.
Once in a while. Well, it's tough when you don't know all these. And
oh, for sure, yeah.
This is my first time to Wisconsin, so I don't know any of these players. At least when I'm, in Texas or Lincoln City, I know some of them, and I get to know more every year. But
yeah, this is the first time this event has been in Green Bay that I think it's been. Typically, it's been in Wisconsin Dells at least the last couple of years. Yeah, was at the water park in Wisconsin Dells the last couple of years.
So how far away is that from here?
Well,
I don't really know.
Maybe an hour drive.
Okay.
Wisconsin Dells is, if you could take in Wisconsin and draw a line halfway between Chicago and halfway between Minneapolis where they would intersect, that's where Wisconsin Dells.
Okay. The only other time I've ever been to Wisconsin, I was in Madison.
And that has stopped you from ever going back?
No, I enjoyed it there. I played pool at Jerry Bryce's pool room.
Oh, sure. Oh,
And,
Jerry, very renowned in this area.
Yeah, I was there for a pool tournament years and years ago.
There was also another.
Well, here's a really good opportunity for Bill.
Yeah, Bill has a chance to take a commanding
ball
lead
in
here,
hand,
really.
Ball in hand with 3 balls that he really doesn't have to do anything special. Pocket the balls.
Almost a stop out. Doesn't have to let the cue ball go very much.
Don't be thinking about anything but pocketing the 9 right now.
Pretty natural shape.
When they've been missing, it's because they're thinking of, what am I going to do with this ball or that ball?
Isn't that why we all miss, though, Brad?
I'm sure it is.
If I juice this with just a little bit of left, I'll be able to get that perfect angle.
Oh, shot it right into the rail.
But he's going to end up.
Yeah,
he's going to end up leaving him a tough shot. Almost has no choice but to just go for the bank.
I hate it when your opponent does that. It's like, I've got to make this, or my opponent's going to be on the hill.
And it hits.
Look at this. Oh, how they rolling. This is something I tried to explain to my wife too when she was much, in her formative years. It was when a top player misses, they miss close to the pocket, so they'll hang the ball.
Right.
Whereas when a lower rated player misses, they're missing by like a half a diamond, so that ball could end up anywhere. They're running in the ball, so the rack is changing all the time.
Back in the day, there was...
so it makes it very difficult to play handicap pool against lower rated players.
I remember back in the day, there was kind of the saying, like, you missed on the pro side, meaning like if the ball would hit, it would kind of bounce more back against the rail and it would stay in the pocket. So you don't really hear people talk about that too much anymore, at least on the amateur level.
Well, that's because how often do you even see the pros miss anymore? The pro side is like, oh, he shot it into the left side of the pocket instead of the right. Oh. One thing I've been impressed by the pros, especially when we were at the U.S. bar table in Las Vegas back in December, is these guys have turned the jump cue into, they have perfected it.
Oh, it's almost like a straight-in shot now. The ball hardly gets over the object ball.
They jump over, they draw, they follow,
it's
whatever.
Almost, and the other one-reel kicks are almost the same way. Like a one-reel kick might as well be straight in.
Yeah.
They'll play it with English and shape.
It's made the push-out really, really tough.
Kind of get a little...
Yeah, he didn't
hook there. Would like to come out a little further.
He came off that 6, and it kind of killed it. He's on the hill, though.
He's only going to 3, so he's got to be feeling pretty good right now. Oh. No contact on that one.
He really just wanted to hit it. Welcome to my world.
And Hamburger's fighting back.
Yeah. You don't even have so much as anything until you put these headphones on, and then it's whooping cough, sneezing fit.
He's got a thin cut on this.
Wow, he hit it great.
He sure did. Wasn't able to do too much with the cue ball, but you got to kind of cinch that shot.
Yeah, you got to put everything into making that shot and just accept whatever position you get.
Take your medicine, as they say. Well, you hit that really well as too.
Yeah, I would not.
He's rated a 570, so
yeah, he plays. He can play. All right.
That was a nice out there. It was a nice out, and kind of
4-2.
A little bit back into this match because
Mike is looking to make this a hill match.
He's got to win 2-1 to his opponent, but his Fargo rating is
they're right on. They're right on right now because it was 2-1 to begin with, a 6-3, and now it's a 2-1.
His opponent's Fargo rating is 122 points lower, so. Yeah, he gets hooked on the one ball. He made a ball, but does not have a great shot on the one. See if he elects to push out or whether he just tried to go for the hit here.
I would probably push down on top of the 8 right here.
Yeah, that'd be a good. You could even really pocket the 8.
Yeah, he could. I just makes it a little bit tougher if he's jacked up over it.
Remember, on push-outs, there is no requirement to meet the requirements of a legal shot. So therefore, you do not have to hit the lowest numbered ball. You do not have to hit a rail. You do not have to pocket a ball. So if you call the push up, he can pretty much push that cue ball anywhere he wants. And it's okay. Of course, the opponent has the option to turn it back to you.
Yep.
So you want to be rather careful about where you leave it.
I had an interesting phone call a couple weeks ago. Some players were playing league, and they'd run into a situation where they didn't know what to do. So like, well, let's call Brett. I'm sitting at home playing with my dogs, and he said, well, it's player A's shot, but he refuses to shoot. And I'm like, what? Yeah, he just wants to pass his shot. So he did, and then the other player decided, well, she didn't want to shoot either, so she passed it back to him, and now he's refusing to shoot. And I said, okay, no. You cannot refuse to shoot.
There's not an option of whether you can.
You must shoot a shot. I said, you don't have to move it. I said, you have to at least make contact with the cue ball with the tip of your cue moving in a forward. I said, it just can barely touch it if you want and give up ball in hand, but you have to shoot. They go, well, what's the penalty if he doesn't shoot? I said, it's a
concession.
I said, it's unsportsmanlike conduct, and he's going to lose the game. He goes, okay, he says he'll shoot. Oh, I said, yeah, I kind of thought he might.
I've never heard of that.
I had neither. It's like, well,
I've had players refuse to give information. I've had players refuse a lot of things, but refuse to shoot. I can't say that I've had that before.
That was a new one. Neither one of them wanted to shoot.
I've had players that didn't think it was fair I was making them shoot again.
Well, and you have the ones that they don't want to shoot, so they walk over and they just reach down, pick up the cue ball, and hand it to their opponent.
Sure.
The deliberate foul, which you have to explain to them.
Well,
no, you can't do that either.
Technically, you're still supposed to put tip to ball.
Yep.
Although there's ways of doing that are basically the same thing anyway. But yes,
you just touch the cue ball with the tip, and then you can give it ball in hand.
Oh, that's going to be a good safety there.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, wow.
That is real. Well, and look where he put it, too. Right on the 10.
I have a feeling we might be having a call here.
Okay, yeah, he called the 3. Oh, you're not talking about that kind of call.
I'm thinking we're going to have someone.
They seem to be just totally fine with it. We'll make the call.
All right.
Foul.
I'm going with foul.
Oh, I could be a referee. I got one right.
You got to start somewhere, Brett.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. This morning, I'm watching the floor and sit there. No calls. And all of a sudden, 2 people at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
he's lining up this 10 ball.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It looks like it's pretty close to being. I don't know. It's a long ways away from the.
He does not want to try to outshoot Mike. He wants to.
Well, this is for the match right here. And
it's in.
It's in.
Oh, cue ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Wow.
All right. That was an entertaining match. So Bill is going to move on and to shoot another day. And poor Mike, he did not have a good 10-ball event.
Well, perhaps he'll be shooting in the 8-ball singles or team events that are still coming up.
Got a feeling that we'll see him tomorrow in the 8-ball. So thanks for joining us, and we're going to try to get this 9-ball final going here pretty soon. So as soon as both players are available, we'll get them over here. So hit the little bell, and it'll notify you when we go live, and you won't miss any of the action. Thanks, everybody. 9-ball finals coming up next.